So, y'all know I keep it real with y'all, right? So, I may say things that could sound off-putting sometimes, but that's just who I am as an individual. Um, Me personally, I I'm not interested in being a life coach. I can be somebody that helps people out. I can be somebody that mentors and all that type of stuff. But I would never want to be a life coach. Now, when I first started going through what I was going through 2 years ago, I ran across a guy named Denzamos, his channel. And after watching Denzamos a few times, I started getting irritated. And I asked myself, why was I getting irritated? And it's because it's like a coach looking at another coach. You know what I mean? Like it's an energy there that doesn't exactly match up. Everybody needs some kind of help, needs some kind of advice. I never want to put myself out there as if I have all the answers. I would rather be a student. The other day I told you guys how I was going to retire from teaching. I've done this all my life. I do these things, guys, where I just disappear right back into the student mode. That's probably why people thought I was an easy target, because I play the student role very well. I can show up in a place and I can look like I totally don't know. God just gave me that type of air about me where I can just totally look like I don't know nothing. Meanwhile, I'm taking so many notes. Being a student helps me out more in life. So if I start calling myself a life coach, that's gonna kind of shut me down as far as learning is concerned. Because one thing I notice about life coaches is like they only get so far in knowledge and then they stop. Like this particular individual, Denzamos, that's all he talks about is the narcissism. Now, that's not to say that he's not knowledgeable about a lot of other areas in life. I'm pretty sure he is. But I don't want to be stuck in the box of being a life coach to anybody, to people who, there may be children who look up to me, peers. I'm always, and here's another reason it's good to be a student, to come in that student energy. Excuse me, guys, I kind of lost my thought. But y'all know what I'm saying, though. If I box myself in as a life coach, it's like you shut a part of yourself down in learning. It's better to be a student. It's a little bit, I sense like ego with these life coaches out here. It's like it's a part of they have an ego about them that it doesn't rub me well, because I'm so good at being a student. I have a lot of knowledge about a lot of different things, things that I don't have to Google, and the reason I don't have to Google it is because, again, I've accumulated so much knowledge. It's like sticking my hand into that hat and I could just pull out anything and I'll know something about that subject. Why? Because I've been playing my role as a student. So when I'm put in the position to be a life coach, I'm gonna constantly remind people that you want to be the ultimate student, not the ultimate coach. This is what I'm going to tell people. You want to be the ultimate student, not the ultimate coach. You're going to learn more being an ultimate student than an ultimate coach. If you start calling yourself a life coach, you're going to get stuck at a certain level of knowledge. You're not going to go any, I'm telling you, you're not going to go any further. And I am not trying to diss anybody, because these individuals have helped me and are helping me. I'm just telling y'all about me. It's not a diss. Y'all already know. I keep it real. I say stuff about the readers. I say stuff. This is why I say I've never been a people pleaser. You understand what I'm saying? I've never been a people pleaser. I'll get into some conflict with somebody before I start pleasing people. And it's like all this attention I'm getting is kind of irritating because, you know, I got so much knowledge, and now everybody's looking at me. Everybody's looking for something to say about my style or how I do things, it's like people just looking for stuff to talk about. That's irritating. I just want my shit, and I just want to be left the fuck alone. I don't want people to be in my energy like this. You understand what I'm saying, guys? There's going to be a day where I'm going to totally not be on this cell phone, because this cell phone, I'm just using it because of the situation I'm in right now. I don't plan to be somebody on a cell phone where people are just this constant flow of information about all this stuff is constantly coming into my world. I feel like that's kind of keeping me stuck, worrying about what other people are thinking. I'm supposed to be worrying about what I'm doing. This phone and watching YouTube videos is a hindrance to me. It's an irritation. Because if the media is not trying to have you think a certain way, then you'll have some person out there trying to have you think a certain way. And the only person you can be is yourself. You cannot be someone else. There are a lot of life coaches out there, thousands, millions of life coaches out here on this planet. I could be a life coach, but just to wrap this up, just to tell you guys, I'm not gonna be a life coach. If I be put in a position to tell people about my story and how to move and advance in this life, I'm gonna tell people, don't be no life coach. What you need to be a life student, not a life coach.